So this is DKZ Cadet. 10 drivers aged between 8 and 11, although looking down there, again, all novice drivers, so none of these drivers have driven traditional karts. They've not, come out of Honda Cadet. You want to see them racing in club events normally. Here is your grid. Wesley Coombs and Ellis Garrett on row 1, Max Winfield and Joel Dixon-Cohen on row 2.
Eva Morris and Tom Parry round out row number 3 on William Swales, and Felix Smedley on row number 4.
Row 5, Trevelyan Sansom and Lily Hinton. And row 6, Thomas Gray in kart number 8. Once again, all Birrell ART chassis, but they've been painted British Racing Green.
They do. Oh, it's my favourite colour, that is.
They do look good. And there is the grid down there, 11 drivers. Again, families are all new to the British Kart Championship paddock. There's a sim that racing, they've got a Sim Rig UK is outside the thing. Now, Anthony, you didn't embarrass yourself by having a go on it yesterday.
No, I've not had a go on it yet.
No. So there they are. Let's have a little look at some of the drivers. So we got on the left-hand side of your screen, number 6, that's Wesley Coombs. On the right-hand side of your screen, you've got number 3, that's Ellis Garrett. You've got no one on P3 of the grid. Now, let's have a look. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're missing, by the looks of it, maybe Max Winfield. Possibly. There's number 7, Joel Dixon-Cohen. Number 11, Tom Parry. The number 4 car of Eva Morris. And the number 2 of Lily Hilton. There's number 10. That would be Eva Morris. That would be Trevelyan Sampson. They've changed their numbers. They've changed their numbers. Naughty boys and girls.
I know. So it was actually Felix Smedley in the number 4 kart, and it's Eva Morris in the number 10.
My entry list is wrong, so I shall throw it away. Okay. Here we go, out onto the rolling lap. It'll be a standing start again.
Yes, it is a standing start. I confirmed this yesterday, of course, with it being electric karts. They don't have any worry of doing that. There's no two-stroke, even though the Honda Cadets would be a standing start as well, because obviously they're 4-stroke Honda engines. They can go from a standing start. It's only the 2-stroke, the Miami Cadets and Rotax and everything like that. It's all rolling start for them. Because they would just get all bunged up, and they wouldn't. It wouldn't be an exciting start, I would say. They'd all be just very sluggish and slow off the line. But I can tell you what isn't sluggish and slow off the line, and that is Henry in the morning when breakfast is shouted.
Exactly. Yep. That's the only thing that gets me up in the morning.
Breakfast, but also these cadet karts, because obviously it's the instant torque, isn't it?
Yes.
Instant torque. You put your foot down, and it's instant power, and they just shoot off the line very, very quickly.
Yep. Which we're going to see. So plenty of oomph getting going. Now, let's have a little look. So we have got just 10 karts, I think, out there. We haven't got Max Winfield. So Max Winfield, I'm not quite sure what has happened there, but he's not out there. So we're down to 10 runners, sadly, ladies and gentlemen. Max did qualify yesterday. And
yes.
They did have a heat this morning. So I'm not quite sure what's happened. Hope Max is okay. Maybe we'll see him out for the finals. And the finals for these karts are coming up next.
Yes.
After these races.
Because,
I suppose you reach the battery charge will last for
that time.
Two races. So we go.
Exactly that.
Now,
Heat 1, of course, their results was Wesley Coombs, Ellis Garrett and Joel Dixon-Cohen. That was the results from Heat 1 today. Are we going to see a repeat in Heat number 2 as they are lining themselves up now, Henry?
They are. There is the number 6 and number 3 on the front row of the grid. Wesley Coombs and Ellis Garrett. No Max Winfield in 3rd on the grid. His place on, so only Joel Dixon-Cohen all on his own on row number 2. Then Eva Morris in the 10, Tom Parry in the 11, Swales in the 5 and Smedley in the 4, Trevelyan Sansom in the Trevelyan. That's a good Welsh name.
Yeah.
Trevelyan. Whoa. And Lily Hilton on the outside of row 5. Then lights are out. We're off and racing here, and it's a good start there up through the power. And somebody in the back there, the number 5,
yeah, William Swales,
not too happy with the power release on that kart, but he's all safely through turn number 1 and down towards the complex. Battle for the lead, Anthony.
Well, it's battle for second place, I would say,
yes.
because it's the 3 and the 7 side by side. Spins, though, in the field. The number 1 and the 10 go round. So that's Trevelyan Sampson and Eva Morris have gone around, and they are at the back of the grid now at the start of this 6-minute race, plus that one additional lap into the braking zone of turn 4. Any wide lines? Oh, there is one.
Yep. Well, I mean, we're nearly at the Olympic Games, so they have to get some synchronised spinning.
Exactly. Very good. There we go. So, out of turn 5.
So Thomas Gray is actually driving number 8. So it's answering somebody on the live chat there, because there's a couple of the drivers who've changed numbers. There's the number 3 of Ellis Garrett getting a little bit squirrely under braking for Hanger Corner, but the leaders coming into the dogleg to complete lap number 1. And there's the number 3 going through. That's Ellis Garrett again. So it's number 6, Wesley Coombs, leading the way ahead of number 7, Joel Dixon Cohen. Then it's the number 3 of Garrett, with Smedley up into 4th place, followed by Liddy Hilton from the back of the grid up into the top 5. Good start there from kart number 2, Liddy Hilton. Then it's Thomas Gray, William Swales, Tom Parry, Eva Morris, Trevelyan Sampson, and that is your 10 runners on lap number 2.
Indeed that. So you got to remember from these karts, watching them go around this track, they are surprisingly fast, aren't they? They are really putting down that power. Yes, they've got a bit more weight on it. I was speaking to the scrutineering team, Paul Casson, yesterday. They were saying that a regular Honda Cadet, when they come in after a race, around 102 to 103 kilos. That's about the weight they're on. These karts, yesterday, they're pushing 115, 114 kilos. So they have got a little bit more weight, but of course, where it's distributed on the kart itself, you've got the motor on the right-hand side, you've got the extra batteries on the left-hand side, so the weight distribution is actually quite even. So they can really chuck these karts into the corners. But it's all heating up here at the front, because our first, second and third are very nose to tail.
So we've got a good battle for the race lead as the number 7 kart of Joel Dixon Cohen runs a little bit wide to turn number 1. That gives Garrett a chance to pounce, although he does fall back into line. And again, Dixon Cohen a little bit wide coming out of the complex. This allowing the leader now. Garrett going on to the outside. Will he try the undercut coming through turn number 4? The answer is he's trying it. Will it work? Side by side into 5. No, and the leader begins to pull away.
Yeah, of course, the same in your regular karting. As soon as someone starts battling behind you, that gap slowly opens up towards Hanger. Again, closes in with those barriers closing in on you, but Coombs leading the way still from Dixon Cohen. Garrett there, right behind on that number 3, pulls out of the spray and tries to look for a move down the inside, but no move here. Stays behind and holding on to that 3rd place. They exit out of dogleg into the start-finish straight. You can just see there, taking that outside line. You can see Dixon Cohen going to the inside. And are we going to see a lunge down the inside here as he tries to get the switch back? No, you can just see the number 7 there. You can see Joel Dixon Cohen. He's thinking there's fan boost out there. There's no fan boost out there. Get back on the track.
I know, well, of course, these drivers, they'll watch Formula E. And here's a battle between the number 10 of Eva Morris and the number 5 of William Swales. That is for...
spin.
That's a big spin for number 11.
Tom Parry.
And that's Tom Parry going backwards into the barriers at the entrance to the complex. Halfway around the complex. He gets back up and running as the number 10 kart of Eva Morris goes past, and that puts Eva into, I would say, 7th position now.
Yep.
But here is the battle up at the front again, and these 3 are they being caught, Anthony, by Max Winfield, who has now appeared. So Max Winfield in kart number 9 is out there, and it's Felix Smedley that we're saying didn't take the start. Interesting.
Well, I think I did see Felix Smedley go out on track. I've not seen him come into the pit lane. I'll have to keep an eye out for the helmets, because he's got a white helmet with some red stripes on it. But it's all action at the front here, because you can see there the number 7 once more. Joel Dixon Cohen trying to go for that fan boost around the outside, but again, not finding it because there isn't any. But then into the braking zone of the complex, and you can just see there the number 3, Ellis Garrett, all over the back of him as they exit out of turns number 3. Down mini straight into the braking zone, keeping it nice and tight on entry. Nicely done, all 3 of them.
Yep, and there's 4th place is Winfield, so Winfield is 4th, Gray is 5th, Morris 6th, Parry 7th, Swales 8th, Hilton down to 9th, and Sansom in 10th. Here they come out of turn through the tunnel into Hanger Bend. great to see a 3-kart battle for the lead. And so I think, Anthony, any doubts that people have had of watching this, saying, well, you know, this is a gimmick, they're not real drivers, it's not real racing, that has been well and truly put to bed in this race, because as they come on to the start-finish straight, Coombs, Dixon, Cohen and Garrett separated by, well, not a lot, and round the outside goes Dixon Cohen. Can he hold on to it? No, the kart understeers. Is it going to give Garrett a chance to slip up the inside? No, not quite. The clock is going to strike 0, so the next time round they're going to get the last lap board. They've got to, and of course with the different weight distribution, of course it's trickier to get these karts slowed down in the wet, in a straight line, under braking, which is why we've seen the back ends occasionally sort of clip out behind them.
Yeah, indeed. All there you can see there under braking, you can see there the number 6 diving it down the inside, holding on to that line. So Wesley Coombs still leading the way as Joel Dixon Cohen tries to find any way he can get past. And of course with these two battling, it's allowed Ellis Garrett to set the fastest lap of the race and now to close in, because it's now a 3-way battle for the lead into Hanger Bend. Everyone holding that tight inside line, no one running out wide, but you can see here great exit.
Yep, here comes Garrett, tucks back in.
Yep.
And look at that, there's 3 different lines, 3 wide. Oh, good stuff. Wesley Coombs holding off Dixon Cohen and Garrett as they see the last lap board, Anthony. They spread out one more time, 3 wide across the line into turn number 1 in the rain here at Mansell Raceway.
Oh dear, this is electrifying activity that we're seeing here. We got to get it out there.
Boom, boom.
So you can see there the number 6 of Wesley Combs still holding on to that inside. But here, side by side now, you can see Garrett tries to go down the inside and then outside. But here, 3 wide.
Crossover again.
God, this is far too close to call. I've got no idea who's going to take this one, because it's going to go right to the flag.
Well, Coombs defending the inside line. He's doing a very good job, but you've got to get that extra weight slowed down to the apex. It's going to be harder on the brakes in these karts because they weigh a little bit more. And there, it looks like Coombs, I think, may have just stolen a march. They come out of turn 6 now through the tunnel down towards Hanger for the final time. Good defending there from Wesley Coombs. Garrett's going to try and get a run on the Dixon Cohen kart in second place, but with 1 corner to go, Anthony, Wesley Coombs is just about going to hold on.
Yeah, indeed. So they exit out of dogleg, but it's a good exit side by side there at the back. Coombs is going to take the checker flag. Who gets second? It is going to be Dixon Cohen from Garrett, but the gap of absolutely nothing as they go through there. Now you can see 4th place just coming into shot. The number 9, Max Winfield, taking that 4th place. Bit of a lonely race out there, but crosses the line. Actually, that's the number 4 that's crossed the line. So is that Felix Medley?
I've got Felix Medley down as not starting in kart 4, but Max Winfield's name has come up on one timing screen, so bit of a mystery over who actually finished in 4th position. Sorry, Charlie Winfield, on the chat there. According to one timing screen, Max Winfield has finished 4th, but according to the visuals, the number 4 kart, which is Felix Smedley, finished 4th. We will have to see a little bit later on. Thomas Gray, regardless, finishes 5th, followed by Eva Morris, Tom Parry, William Swales, Lily Hilton and Trevelyan Sampson. Somebody didn't start that race. We're not quite sure who, though, Anthony. But a great, great performance. Well done, Wesley Coombs. Look at that, less than half a second. There's hardly a volt in it.
Well, you've got to get yours out now.
Yeah, these kids, they're bright sparks.